Modern medicine has reached heights once thought impossible. From helping repair brains, creating prosthetic limbs controlled by thought, and restoring movement after injury. These breakthroughs heal the body in incredible ways, but often miss one crucial, unseen part of recovery. Before we begin, I encourage you to think about what healing means to you. Is it recovering from physical illness, weekly therapy sessions, a new environment, or something else entirely? We're often taught that healing comes in big moments, grand gestures, or in perfect and rare advice. But what if it starts with something far smaller? A moment of connection, of truly feeling seen. I didn't realize how important that missing piece was until I started volunteering at two Johns Hopkins hospitals, Sibley and Suburban. One Saturday afternoon, my friend and I, a fellow volunteer, invited a patient to join us for a weekly art cart, which was a project we started to bring art and creativity to hospital units, from pediatrics to oncology to behavioral health. They hesitated, but then sat down, picked up some markers, and began to draw with us. In that simple moment, something shifted, for them and for me. It was the first time I realized that I can make a difference in someone's experience. It made me wonder, what if when we listen to each other without judgment or pressure, we could create this space for healing to begin or continue. That moment shifted how I think about our interaction with each other and the way we show up for ourselves and our loved ones. The right words matter, but it's not always about knowing exactly what to say. It can be about being present with openness and care. In those moments, you can help someone reconnect with parts of themselves that felt creative, capable, and safe, simply by offering your attention without judgment. I couldn't stop thinking why the simple act of drawing together felt so healing. Was it the colors, the activity, or something else entirely? So I delved into the science, and what I found was striking. When we spend too much time isolated, it does more than affect our mood. Chronic social isolation has been shown to physically shrink the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, which are the key brain areas that allow us to remember, decide, manage, and regulate emotions, as well as think clearly, similar to muscles shrinking when we stop using them. Scientists have even compared the risks of chronic isolation to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises the risk of an early death, showing just how critical social connection is for our health. So yeah, maybe text your friend back. Loneliness, anxiety, and other mental health struggles don't just affect how we feel. They reshape how our brains perceive and respond to the world. When we feel unsafe or disconnected for too long, our brains can get stuck in a constant state of alert, always scanning for danger. But when someone feels truly seen and safe, even through something like drawing together, talking to each other, and sharing a conversation, the part of the brain that helps us feel calm and connected, known as the medial prefrontal cortex, starts to light up again, or activate. Think of this as turning the lights back on in a dark room, with moments of connection helping flip the switch, sending the message of, you matter, I'm here, and you're not alone. And that message, repeated consistently over time, can spark change. Our brains also have mirror neurons, which are like copycat cells that help us sense and reflect the emotions of people around us. It's why a friend's laughter may make you smile or their anxiety make you tense. But when we show up with these feelings of compassion and calm, the brain can begin to relearn what safety feels like. The body's stress response settles, and that can be the first step towards recovery alongside other forms of treatment. And for my chemistry lovers, connection also has a chemical side. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, floods in when we feel seen, supported, and safe around others. It helps lower our stress hormones like cortisol, easing the brain and body's alarm system, creating space for connection, and starting a new positive cycle. Well, what we do with the art cart being a chapter of a nonprofit called Inspire Art is non-clinical. It shares very similar goals to clinical art therapy, which is an evidence-based practice used to help people facing challenges like depression, anxiety, PTSD, Alzheimer's, and many other conditions. Since I co-founded Inspire Art in September of 2024, our team of over 30 volunteers has worked with more than 300 patients across 4 major hospitals and senior care centers in our region. In both settings, art offers a safe space to express emotions, process experiences, and tap into creativity. And the best part is, most of these activities can be done with very little resources. Fostering healing anywhere at any time, we choose to take initiative in our interactions. Knowing what connection does for the brain made me view my own work differently. Through Inspire Art, I've worked with patients facing many different kinds of illnesses and at various stages of their healing process. While art is not a cure, it can be a powerful practice, a way to focus on something relaxing, even for a short time. I've seen people who appeared initially withdrawn start to open up through drawing, coloring, or sculpting with air-dry clay. Others have said it was the first time they felt better that week, safe or at ease. I remember one group session when a patient started crying. The others talked to them, walked them back to their room, creating a sense of community through a simple art activity. Another time what started off as a spring-themed drawing prompt turned to a conversation about careers, family, favorite music, and, unexpectedly, a spirited debate about the best Lana Del Rey song. These moments are crucial for us because they expand our awareness of others and ourselves, changing how we connect, listen, and show up daily. And it makes me reflect, how many of those moments do we miss just because we're not actively looking for them? What could shift if we were a little more willing to notice, a little more willing to listen? When we think of helping someone emotionally, we may often be drawn to offering our opinions and suggestions, or we may be too preoccupied with our worries and fast-moving lives. Listening to someone may seem like another responsibility, something we should do rather than want to do, making it tempting to just pretend to listen. But what I've learned through science, art, and people I've met is that it can start smaller and feel less overwhelming when we shift the priority from feeling obligated to help to just noticing. Noticing when someone leans in, when they focus more, when they start to feel a little better, even if they don't say it out loud, but you both feel the shift. Even in our busy day-to-day lives, we all have the power to choose that mindset, to stay open, pay attention, and keep asking, how can I offer my time and presence right now? How can I be fully here in this moment? You don't need to start a nonprofit or reference neuroscience research. You don't even need to like art or volunteering. But if something I've said has shifted the way you see healing and connection, that's curiosity. And that value is exactly what I hope you carry into your own life and relationships. For me, I was able to learn and implement this through art and my love for neuroscience and medicine. For you, it might be through music, movement, or spending time with others. In this case, the medium matters far less than the mindset. So the next time you encounter someone who's struggling, whether it's a friend, family member, coworker, or even a stranger, try to genuinely listen. Be more present. Create space through your words or your silence for them to feel seen. Thank you.